Today, I will tell you about the plant cell. We will cover following aspects in this lecture. First, I will tell you what a plant cell is. I will give its definition. After that, I will teach the plant cells diagram. Then, I will explain the structure of a plant cell. After that, we will move to the functions of the plant cell. What functions the plant cell has. After doing these things, the organelles that are in the plant cell. I will explain each of those one by one along with their functions, such as cell wall, cell membrane, nucleus, mitochondria. We will study all these cell organelles one by one. All living things are made of cells, whether they are humans, animals, or plants. The basic unit of life for all of them is the cell. First, we will go to the definition of the cell. What is a plant cell? Students, there are two types of cells in the world. One is prokaryotic cells and the other is eukaryotic cells. Eukaryotic is made of two words. Eukaryon means true, aryotic is taken from karyon, meaning nucleus. So, eukaryotic cells are those cells that have a true nucleus. So, in a plant cell, there is a true nucleus. That's why when we say plant cell, it is a eukaryotic cell. So, plant cells are eukaryotic cells with a true nucleus. And in it, there are cell organelles too, such as mitochondria, chloroplast, cell wall. All these organelles are present in it. Now, we study the diagram of the plant. This figure in front of you is of the plant cells. In it, there are different organelles. We will study all these organelles in detail ahead. Right now, I will tell names. We start from the outside. This cell has a boundary outside. Just like every house, every city has a boundary. Similarly, the cell also has a boundary. In it, you can see a green colored boundary outside, which we call the cell wall. Inside this green colored boundary is a yellow colored boundary, which we call the plasma membrane. So, in it, there are two boundaries. One is the outer cell wall, and the other is the inner yellow colored boundary, plasma membrane, which we also call the cell membrane. After this orange colored part you are seeing, we call it the nucleus. This is actually the king of the cell. The king is the one who controls the whole kingdom. Similarly, this nucleus controls the entire cell. This is the control center. That's why we call it the nucleus. Now, inside this cell, you see a blue colored fluid. So, we call this fluid cytoplasm. You can see this second part. This is the chloroplast. The green parts in plants are due to this chloroplast. Because this chloroplast is only and only in plants, in no other living being in the world is it present. After this, you see a white colored organelle. This is actually in the shape of a shoe. It is also called rod-shaped. That is, we can call it rod-shaped. But in our language, we can call it shoe-shaped. If you zoom in on it, it will appear shoe. So, that's why we call it a rod-shaped structure. We call this rod-shaped structure the mitochondrion. This is actually the powerhouse of the cell. The power that cell gets comes from here, from this mitochondrion. Just like the electricity in our houses comes from the power station. Similarly, the energy that the cell gets, the power comes from here, from the mitochondrion. Just like humans have a skeleton, inside that skeleton muscles and other things are attached. Then a complete perfect body is made. Similarly, the cell also has a skeleton. So, this skeleton we call the cytoskeleton or cytoskeletal filaments. It is of three types. These are another structure called lysosomes. These lysosomes break down different materials in the cell. And here, the breakdown actually means digestion. These contain digestive enzymes that help with digestion inside the cell. In the cell, there are waste products that need to be digested. Lysosomes handle this digestion. There is food, such as glucose, that lysosomes also digest. Inside the cell, if any foreign particles enter, like bacteria or something else, the lysosomes help digest those foreign particles too. Due to some fault in the lysosomes, sometimes their enzymes end up digesting the lysosome itself. This is why we call it a suicidal sac, meaning it kills itself. Now I'll explain the types of plastids. There are three types of plastids: leucoplast, chloroplast, and chromoplast. Each of these plastids I will explain one by one. The first plastid, leucoplast. Leuco and plast are two words combined, where leuco means white. In the parts of the plant that are white, like roots, leucoplasts are present. Speaking about the function of leucoplasts, leucoplasts store protein, they store lipids, and they store starch. These three things are stored by leucoplasts. Now we come to the second plastid, chloroplast. This is also made up of two words. Chlor means green. The parts of the plant that are green, like the leaf, contain chloroplasts. Talking about the functions of chloroplasts. Chloroplasts help in photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process in which plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight, and this is called photosynthesis. For this, chloroplasts are required. Now I have already made a detailed lecture on photosynthesis, which you can watch on my channel. The third plastid is chromoplast. This is also made up of two words. Chromo means color. The colored parts of the plant, such as fruits that are colorful and flowers that have various colors, have chromoplasts. These are the three types of plastids. Now we come to the sixth cell organelle, mitochondria. Mitochondria are such cell organelles that have a double membrane. This is a double membrane cell organelle. Just like the cell has two membranes, one cell wall and the other cell membrane. Similarly, mitochondria also have two membranes. This is why it is called the double membrane cell organelle. A common question is asked, which cell organelle is known as the powerhouse of the cell? The answer is mitochondria. Just like in our homes, the electricity comes from a power station. Similarly, the cell's energy is produced by the mitochondria. Mitochondria provide energy to the entire cell. This is why we call mitochondria the powerhouse of the cell. Now, how does it produce energy? Actually, glucose molecules come to it, and it converts these glucose molecules into ATP, and ATP is a currency used in the cell for different functions. Question of the day: which organelle is the site of protein synthesis? Only a genius can answer in the comments below.